Okay, so let's head out and let's just double check it. Are there any quests that are like right next door that we might want to do? In which case we could give those a shot. Why are we on treasure hunts right now? Okay. Oh, we were looking at X marks the spot. How far away was that? That was back to the west. I was kind of thinking that maybe we ought to start headed eastward toward the main quest over here and then just catch any side quests along the way that we might run into or that we already have. So I think let's save the ones that are further to the west. Let's look at things like, I mean, maybe Witcher contracts. This is the one that we ran into a bazillion times, or at least got some hints about a bazillion times. I think that's further north, though, more so where we started out. Yeah, that's not really what we're looking for. We're looking for something that is much closer by. The dragon, I think, might be kind of close, but we might want to wait a little bit longer. We're level 22 right now. This is level 28. Part of the woods is right on target in terms of level. Where is that, though? That is also in the wrong direction. So we have a ton of stuff over the west. We definitely can do a bunch of things once we start going in that direction. But I think all the more reason for us to hold off a bit and do those in one fell swoop. Other things that are around our level, like 27 is still a bit much. Did we? I'm going to say, I don't even remember having a level 35 quest from Novigrad, but then again, we probably just ignored it because it was way out of our league. 27. Could we do this one? Possibly. Where is it? It is pretty close where we're looking to go. That is ultimately, or this shopkeeper here is basically where the main quest is. So that's doable in terms of location. Do we feel like we can do a quest that's 5 levels above us? I think we have done that before, but that would be difficult. Is there anything else that's a little bit lower than 27? Otherwise, I suppose we could go for that one there. Those are the Witcher contracts. We go to secondary quests instead. Maybe some of those, like 24 would be a good fit. Where's this? That also looks like it's, well, unless it's way further, no, it's way further north. Okay, let's hold off on that then. Then other things, and we have things that are definitely too low of a level, but we have to do them at some point, right? So maybe still worthwhile. That looks like that's also a little bit out of the way. That's where we're looking to go. Whereas the other one we were looking at before was here-ish. So I think that's also not a great idea. Moonvik is totally different. That's a different isle. And thought this was ultimately going to take us to another isle as well, although this first person might still be on Ardskellig. Yeah, but there... Or not. Or not. Yeah, that's far away. Let's definitely not do that one yet. I think, like I was saying before, for the most part, let's try to stay on this island for now. Level 26 we could probably also do. Again, just getting a little bit lower than the... Okay, well, that's further in this direction, yes, but I think we're trying to go further north than that. Let's hold off on that one for now as well. I think still leaning toward the one that is, what was it? Level 27, the Witcher contract. Then other horse races. Things in multiple locations. Well, some of those might be here on Skellige. I think that's why they're still remaining, right? So like this one here. Yeah, wrong direction for sure. I'm thinking we just stick with the level 27 Witcher contract and we hope that we are strong enough to get that one done. We may not be, but what about this one? Oh, this is the one that we were talking to Croc on Crate for. We were like, what? I don't remember this quest, but that's because it was a long time ago that we started it. That was the one with Lambert. Okay. And Old Pals, Lambert is also, I think we looked at this earlier, pretty far away. Is that right? Oh no, he's like right next to us. Oh no, that's telling us to go to a fast travel location because he's on a totally different area. Okay. No, that is not close by. That is almost as far away as it gets. Okay, so I think that just about wraps things up here, unless Black Pearl. I don't think we've looked at this one yet. Maybe not. That one is Oh, maybe we did, because I remember something being over there. Yeah, so let's go for the Witcher contract that's over in this area here. I think that's the closest to the main quest, and then we'll go to the main quest after that. So it was not in secondary. It's in Witcher contracts. It was this one here, Missing Miners, I think. Pretty sure this is the one we were talking about. Yeah, okay. So let's go here, and we can even probably teleport here, because I mean, I'm reluctant to do a lot of fast traveling at the beginning when we haven't done a lot of exploration yet, though I do think that we more or less covered this exact route on our way to this location, so we'd mostly just be retracing our steps, so we're probably clear on that front there. So let's just, like, can we sharpen our weapon in here, is it? Where we just were? I think so. Where is the actual spot, though? Looks like it's here, or is that actually a reference to the smith himself? It might be. Or like, is it up on a second floor? Okay, you know, maybe it's not that big of a deal after all. Let's just head over. Although, we are going to be facing a fairly difficult enemy, so we probably do want to make a point of doing things like repairing weapons, armor, what have you, doing any upgrades we can do. Like, we're expecting, I would assume, to be using a silver weapon first and foremost against a monster for Witcher contract, so probably want to repair this. Then we'll switch the oil around. That doesn't really matter. Armor. Oh, you guys were saying that we could potentially upgrade our Witcher gear, but do we have anyone, or at least do we know of anyone in Skellige who can do that? Because I know, or at least I assume that back in Novigrad, we have our swords and dumplings dude who can certainly do that, but I'm not sure if we have any master people over here that we've met thus far. This guy that we were just standing next to, I think, is one of the most experienced that we've run into thus far. Let's see, how much does this need to get repaired? Oh, not you. Actually, we're looking for weapon repairs mostly, I think. So, like, we could just have this guy standing next to us do the repairing for us. Maybe, but we have a lot of tools here. So, let's see. 40%, I thought that was around what we needed. Yeah, gets us to 96%, I think, now. Oh, sorry. 86? I can math, I swear. I think that still gets us, yeah, to maximum damage, though, so no problems there. And, yeah, I think we try to just sneak by at the moment with the rest of our gear and see if that'll be enough. It would be nice to upgrade a Okay. Pretty sure one of those guys just growled at us. That's not weird at all. But yeah, so I think we head over there. And we try to get the job done with our current gear, and we hope that that's enough because we are close. Is that Roach? No, it's just a random... Oh no, that is Roach, okay. Because I think we're close to being able to afford new upgrades and or just be a high enough level to get a bunch of new things. So I think our patience will be big here, and or if we can get to someone who can actually upgrade our Witcher School gear, that would also be useful. So for those reasons, I think we try to hold off for a little while longer. See if we can get like one more level. Okay. Hello. So what do we actually need to do? Talk to the village. Oh, we need to talk to the village elder. So he's the person we need to speak to. That's why he's in the village. So that's a little deceptive, to tell you the truth, as to whether this is actually going to be the one that's closest by. We need to negotiate our price first, basically. Let's see. Let's see where that leads us. Have we been explored over here yet? Not sure we have. It looks like this should be safe to loot. Unless someone in the house is going to immediately come out and catch us in the act. Doesn't look like it. It's mostly just the usual stuff you end up looting, right? Nothing crazy valuable. But still, we'll take it. This one here. Okay. So yeah, I guess we haven't been in here yet. Or we were, and for some reason we didn't actually talk to you. Maybe you were asleep, because we might have visited you in the night, which is seemingly what we're doing right now. You may not care, though. Yar.
Greetings, Witcher.
Hello. I'm here about the missing mine. Oh, you know what? No, this one... Did we get it from a notice board, or we might have encountered some place in the wild and that actually triggered the quest?
Hear about the missing miners. Might be able to help. What happened?
Well, we'd heard tales of silver in the northern hills, and seeing as coins needed to ready longships for raids, we sent a few lads to see how much truth was in the tales. And, well, they've yet to return.
This guy's voice is amazing. We don't know what the reward is, but it's too low. I can already tell you that.
Gotta start by searching for them. That'll take time and drive up costs.
Long as they don't soar too high.
Okay, so let's try going up a little bit higher here. I'm thinking didn't we sort of seem to crack the code previously, and we may have found the optimal way to request or negotiate the prices for these Witcher contracts. I don't remember what it was. The theory was that it goes up by 5 per level of the contract, except I don't remember what the base value was. So I want to say it's around 315 here, but that might be wrong.
I can throw in a few crowns more for the good of our lads.
Okay, we'll take that.
Let it stand. Deal.
Okay, we'll look around for them. We may not do that now, depends on where more specifically they are.
But there are monsters, definitely. I'll see if the miners came across any.
Thank you, Witcher.
Okay, so let's take a look at where this directs us now. It may be totally in the opposite direction. It is totally in the opposite direction. Okay, so we negotiated a price, and that's about it for now, but we may still run into other things as we start going eastward here. So we'll mark our map in this direction. We do have this question mark right in the area, and we have some unexplored stuff over here. We could maybe even go a little bit further north to whatever this place is. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Anything else in here to loot? I don't think so. Yeah, we'll play it by ear a little bit. Okay. So our marker leads us in this direction, which is in the opposite direction of the main quest. Yeah, or well, the quest we have marked. We actually probably do want to mark the main quest here, which is Echoes of the Past. We're meeting Yennefer at the site of the big crash, which is over here. Okay, it's like right next to the question mark here, so we might not even be able to do this without getting sucked into the main quest, but we have a little bit of road to travel first. We'll see what we come across. Can I go in here? There we go. Okay. And I don't know if we're necessarily going to try to follow the path exactly. I mean, there are definitely some things that do tend to happen directly on the paths, but other things that tend to happen off of them. So, some reasons to follow them, some reasons not to follow them. Don't think there's necessarily a one-size-fits-all answer. This looks interesting, though. This seems like there's something up here. What's the deal here? Huh? Huh? That looks grim. What gives? You just left an offering of apples to this bundle of skulls? Alright, you do you. I'm not gonna judge. Geralt, can you climb up this, though? Thank you. Anything else in this direction? Doesn't seem like it. I think we are now kind of sort of on a path of sorts, at least. I feel like I hear something. Yeah. Those are wolves. Okay. Don't really want to fight them, because they tend to be pretty low level and not really worth our time and effort. Let's head in this direction, which I think is more so just a straight line toward where we're trying to go. We seen much of the Berbercane fruit, or however you say it? It was super common in Witcher 1, so I recognize the name, and part of me feels like, oh, that's old news, but we may not seen much of it thus far in Witcher 3. No, we've seen lots of Beggartick. Looks like there are some lights over there. Is that the actual place we're looking for, or is that something we're going to run into beforehand? It might be. Hold on. Is it still the wolves? Yeah, I think so. For a second, it sounded like they were a little bit bigger. Something else. Okay. So, actually, hold on. This looks like it's something entirely different from the quest. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it isn't. I was gonna say, I thought maybe we had gone far enough north that we were running into this, because I was starting to see some buildings there. But that might still be what we're looking for. In which case, yeah, the druids, I think we're hearing that we're expecting them to show up here. In fact, we should probably read the description to the quest before we get over here. Magic cataclysm has devastated a large part of the Isle of Ard-Skellig, and Yennefer suspected Ciri had had something to do with it. The raven-haired sorceress thus set out with Geralt on the Isle's mysteriously deformed woods to look for signs of the one-time ward's presence. Okay. Doesn't tell us too much, but I think, yeah, okay, confirmed, Druid camp. From what we heard from Yennefer, the Druids have taken up shop around here and are not keen on allowing other people to go through, including us and Yennefer. They even, I believe, have heard that we are coming, and we're not pleased about that. Okay, that's a fast travel spot. That's useful. I'm wondering if we can maybe... Oh, place power, yeah. Get to this place first.
Magic.
You wonder if there's going to be any
power.
Enemies here, because sometimes they are sort of guarded. Like, there's something up there. I can't tell what it is from here. But I'm hoping this is still safe to do for now. We'll take it. It's a good time as well. Pick this up. So 1 ability point. Let's take a look at what we might want to do with that. I think are we close to unlocking another spot here? This is 26. Okay. Still a little while before we get that. So, I thought... Did we now fully upgrade Igni? We have. That was something we were working on for a while, and then I think we also recently upgraded Yurden. That's fully upgraded. That's fully upgraded. So, I think we're close to unlocking this row, though. We need 1 more in signs before we unlock the next row. That is very tempting. The thing is, most of the remaining things on this side here for the signs are the alternate signs, and that means that, you know, you're not benefiting from both versions simultaneously. And we've, I think, for the most part, settled in on the versions that we prefer here. It's like maybe we further upgrade Ard to just give it, what is it, additional range, which is not huge, but just mostly to have something that is still going to be active. Oh, are we even... Okay, we have equipped it. I was going to say, if we don't even have it active, then it's quite literally only for the purpose of unlocking this row here. But we do have it active. So let's upgrade this then. And it's not going to be a huge difference maker. The big thing is mostly just to set up doing things here, because then we can have general, is it intensity across the board for all these things? Seems like it. Yeah, so we can just make signs better, the ones that we like most. So not sure which ones we'd go for here, and we still may opt to go a different route altogether next. How close are we to unlocking this next row for melee? 6, which is a little ways. And we have done a lot with quick attacks. That was definitely the priority here. I'm not necessarily sure there's... I mean, like, maybe strong attacks after that, but I so rarely use them that I'm a little bit reluctant to go that route. What is this one here? Adrenaline point loss upon taking damage is lowered by 20%. Oh, so if you... Does that mean if you take all of these? I'm assuming that it remains, you get an additional 20% every time you invest in this. I assume that means that if you take all 5, then you don't lose any adrenaline points after you take damage, which could be useful, especially when you combine that with Undying here, which gets us back from 0 vitality based on how much adrenaline we have. So that's a bit of a synergy there. Maybe that is the best thing to do next on the combat side. Chances of me remembering that next time we level up for an ability that is not something that we were probably thinking too much about, rather low, and it's been forever since we last looked at alchemy. I feel like we at least ought to take a quick glance at what we have here. Increased potion overdose threshold. Okay, I mean, we aren't really stacking many potions simultaneously. We'll pop 1 every now and again, but I don't think that's very high priority. I'm looking for things that are generally pretty good across the board, that even if we aren't using potions all the time, could be useful nonetheless. Oils, that I would say, use more often. Applied to blade, give 3% chance of poisoning the target on each hit. Ooh. Chance is greater the higher the level of oil used. Okay. I kind of like that one. Time is slowed. While aiming bombs, we never throw bombs. We're just using them to explode monster nests. Then acquired tolerance. Every known level 1 alchemy formula increases maximum toxicity by 1. That's kind of interesting, just because that will naturally get stronger as we learn more alchemy potions, alchemy recipes, and we are starting to do that, so that could be decent. If toxicity is above 0, time automatically slows when an enemy is about to perform a counterattack. Huh. Is the idea there that you basically, when time slows, have the ability to throw up a block of your own or dodge out of the way more easily? I don't know. I feel like that one could be amazing if you make a point of building around it and you are a very skilled player, but I don't know if we're ready for that type of thing. Okay, there is a monster up here. I'm curious as to what it is. Let's drop a quick save. It's an Intriga Warrior. Can we save here, or are you gonna get mad at me because we have an enemy that's close by? No, you let me. Okay. Let's try it out. Oftentimes, the Intrigas, come in groups. Let's throw on some kind of sign. Some kind of sign. Okay. Hey, look, it's an Intriga Warrior. Totally our first try. Oh, that was interesting. Okay, you presumably have loot somewhere around here. Okay, and then I think there was another red dot I saw somewhere else up here. I was thinking might be one of your Intriga friends. I mean, you probably do have more. Probably what these ones are. More intrigued by if there are really vibrating. I thought there was one that was like sneaking up right behind us that was about to wail on us. I was gonna say the Intriga Warrior is maybe not super interesting. Like that one's probably also an Intriga Warrior. But if there are other kinds of Intrigas that are rarer and more powerful, that's probably more of interest to us. That's pretty straightforward. Yeah, you're also just an Intriga Warrior. That's not terribly interesting. You're about to do your jump. Yeah. Already committed at that point. There we go. There is one more down there. I mean, they do have pretty good loot, I think. Those are solid crafting items. So I think of all the relatively common enemies, Intriga Warriors are seemingly pretty high up there in terms of how useful their stuff is. If we're thinking about hunting down specific types of enemies, then Intriga Warriors are not bad for that. Let's head on over. Okay, we've already drawn from that. Good there. And I think just sheathe this. Maybe save up real quick, and then we'll head over to the main quest. That is not where you save. This is where you save. Okay.
You're mad, woman. Mad, I say.
Okay. That's probably Ermion, and that looks like Yennefer. So glad to see things already appear to be going wonderfully. And I'm sure we could win even more brownie points if we were to, say, try to steal from these people. So let's maybe not do that. Hey, what's up, people? What's up, Druid? We're friends, right? We're amigos. Where'd the other one go? Hey, man. Oh, we can actually speak to
you two clear on the other side of the island.
That was not the Druid that I was speaking to. But sure.
May all Skellige
We're all the
know
same person.
Jennifer of Vengerberg is a common
You definitely said Jennifer, not Yennefer.
Control yourself, Druid. I haven't stolen anything. I've merely borrowed something and fully intend to return
Did
it.
you ask beforehand, though, Yennefer?
The generosity. Just one small problem. Once used, the mask is rendered completely worthless.
Oh, the Mask of Ouroboros that Yennefer was talking about? And the thing that we did, in fact, steal from them? Okay. Yeah, you know, we may or may not have stolen that from you during a funeral. Sure, you're not overreacting. I don't think that's a great way to say hello. Maybe we just ease into things a little bit more. What are you talking about?
What are you
We
talking
definitely
about?
don't know about
She's
this
not
thing that
told
we
you?
definitely helped steal.
Might have expected as much. The myth is that Ouroboros created the mask when the envious seas swallowed his beloved. Unable to bear the prospect that he would never again see his betrothed, Ouroboros made the mask, which would allow him to peer into the past.
What is Yennefer looking
He
at?
knew,
What is
however,
that thing down there?
that
That
he
doesn't
could
look like
only use
just
it
normal
once.
forest. That must be the
he
crash
waited. Waited until his longing grew so strong that it became unbearable. When the sea learnt of the mask, it was quick to respond. It made known its threat that whosoever used the mask would bring the sea's wrath down on them. For in vengeance, the sea would rise and flood all the lands and drown the living.
Okay, so you don't want us to use the mask because you're concerned that we are going to unleash the wrath of the sea on perhaps everyone here. Whereas Yennefer wants to use it because it's somehow going to help us find Yennefer, though she probably hasn't told... Or, going to help us find Ciri, rather. She probably hasn't told you that. Yeah. So you say it can only be used once. Presumably no one has ever used it. I think in that case, the question is more so, how did you become the one who possessed this mask?
Where do you get this mask?
Sailors from Clan Dimon pulled it from the sea, near the Njord Trench.
Yeah, but how can you be sure this is Urboros's mask?
True.
Its appearance
How do you
is
know?
exactly as described in the myths.
You believe the myths?
Only ignorant fools belittle their significance. Besides, it's not the myths that are on trial here. It's the thief.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, supposedly Ermion here, does know Ciri. Did in fact have some kind of role as a mentor of sorts. That maybe that's not quite the right way to describe it, but knew Ciri when Ciri was growing up. So we could potentially name drop Ciri, and that might help. Or we could say that we have Croc's permission, which is true, though I don't know how much sway, how much pull that will have in this situation. If we're trying to pick between these two, I think this is definitely not the answer. I think he very much does not like Yen, and saying just deal with it, try to understand Yen is not the right answer. It's one of these two. Who would be more likely to influence him, Ciri or Croc? I feel like it's Croc. Let's go with this one.
Theft
I think
or
Ciri
no
could have worked
theft,
as well.
Croc gave us free reign.
First off, this might indeed be his isle, but we, the Druids, watch that no alien magic takes hold here. Secondly, after the cataclysm occurred, Croc turned to us for help and trusted this site to our care. Third,
Okay, hold on.
what was that?
Yennefer, where'd you go?
Yennefer's used the mask.
Okay. Talk to Yennefer. Also, Ermion showed up green as if he's, friendly. Okay. She's unleashed its power. Yes. There's another... Is that Ermion? No, that's someone else. Is that Yennefer? I don't think that's Yennefer. It's Yolar? Who the heck is Yolar? What's up, Yolar? Another person. Random druid. Let's chat. What are you doing? I don't know what you're doing, but it seems like Quest is still pointing us in this direction, so I think we run in this direction. That's a strong foglet. Hold on. It said help Yennefer something. Talk to Yennefer, help Yennefer kill the foglets. Okay. Let's Gwen. Okay, there's Yennefer. Here are the foglets. Is that all of them? Okay, now we chat with Yennefer.
What was that?
Unicorns.
What?
Damn it, Yen. I saw the foglets. I meant how'd they get here?
The power of the mask summoned them.
That's not so bad. We've fought foglets before. But Ermion is pretty darn mad at you. If he wasn't mad already, he is now pretty furious.
Ermion says the mask might cause a natural disaster.
Fortunate he's here then. He can jump right in, try to tame it.
I'm not sure that's the right answer
Realize
yet.
he won't let this pass.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll survive, somehow.
Yeah, but you may have just made life very difficult for us. What do we do now?
What now?
The mask reveals the past, but only in certain places.
Right.
Places where past events left a strong magical imprint.
So, like, here.
Take it.
What, so now you're giving it to us?
Want me to wear it?
Yes. I'll cast a spell that will let me see through your eyes.
Okay. That totally couldn't ever go horribly wrong, right? Just gonna read my
Gonna
mind,
read my
that's
mind
all.
Again?
You object?
I guess not. I mean, this seems like a non-negotiable type of situation here. I mean, we're We're in for a penny, in for a pound right now.
You do it whenever you want anyway.
No harm in it then, is there?
I disagree, but
Let's go.
I don't think we have a choice right now.
Already found the first spot.
Okay. Quest items. You have a new quest item. Prepare it for use by placing it in an appropriate slot in your inventory panel and selecting it from the quick access menu. Okay. Sure. So that means we... Nope, not this. Inventory. Go to quest items, and where is it? It's not that mask. It's a different kind of mask. Not this mask. It's a different kind of mask. Oh, we already have it in our spot. Okay, it did the hard work for us. Sure, it's down here. That means we need to do this and that. What is it? And put it on and just casually look into the past and follow Yennefer. Okay, can we loot the foglets first? Maybe. Is that a problem? Hero's just like casually holding up to his face. Like, does this work? Does this thing have straps on the back or something? This is not very comfortable. I kind of just feel like I'm suffocating myself right now. Is that the way this works? Hey, what happens if we go this way again? No? Maybe not? Okay. We'll cooperate. I'm guessing it's this pack of sparkly stuff.
Put on the mask.
Any instructions?
Keep
We have it on, sort of.
everything. And don't stray far. Telepathy is limited in range.
Okay,
What's
that's
that?
good to know.
A portal?
2 people emerged from it.
The woman was Ciri.
How can you know?
Are we supposed to...
The way
Oh.
she moved, like a witcher.
Here we go.
Seems they went that way.
Come, let's find the next spot.
Okay, which way though? Because, like, I missed it because you took off the mask at the wrong time. Here we go. I see the sparkles. It's just that Yennefer is back there and is making it seem like we're supposed to go in the other direction because that's where the quest marker is. Are we supposed to go back to Yennefer, or are we supposed to go follow where we saw those people going? Okay, hold on. Let's go back to Yennefer for a second. Okay, so I see them. Started going in this direction. Follow Yennefer, who is now going this direction. Okay. Right, because she can also see.
I learned this at Brenna.
Oh. Okay.
Watch out!
Yeah, but, I mean, okay. That was a
What was
little
that?
weird.
A magic explosion of some sort. So powerful that even the echo was dangerous. I wager it destroyed the forest.
But Ciri and her companion weren't harmed. I saw them escape.
Let's see where to.
Ciri and her companion. I wonder if it's the elf that we...
Place is creepy.
Or the...
I don't like it.
Nor do
I
I.
don't expect
Anyone
Harold to say
who
something
when
like
this
that.
happened had a slim chance of surviving.
I know what you're thinking. But don't worry. Ciri can take care of herself.
I wonder if it's the elf that we saw back when we were doing things with,
You crossed the
the Kira. The person who we may or may not have played a role in her death. Okay, this is not going terribly well, this fight here. And, oh no, here are those foglets. There we go. Let's just decapitate it real quick. Is there only one? Apparently there's only one. Maybe another explosion incoming. Also kind of looking for the loot, but I don't think there is any. We just keep on moving here? Okay. More sparkly stuff. I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming that we don't really want to stray out of the path here, because things might go horribly wrong and we might fail the quest. So, it seems like there's a chance that other things could potentially be hidden
Someone
in these
chased
areas,
Ciri.
but
See that? Might have wounded.
over here.
She escaped through another portal.
Know where it led?
No. I
Magic
don't.
residue trail leads to Velen.
Any chance you can figure out where Ciri's companion fled to? His portal's gotta be nearby.
I'll try
Wait,
to
can we go
find
through
it.
this?
Come.
I mean, if he fled to Velen, it is totally the elf dude or sorcerer or whatever he technically was that we were referring to. The guy in the caves that we saw with Kira. Now can we go through? No? Okay. That is interesting that it's referring to a place that we've already been. And so we do have some inside information. I wonder how this would have differed if you had actually gone here before you'd done that quest. Unlikely, because that, of course, has a lower quest or level requirement or suggestion. But I suppose still theoretically possible.
Nice fight.
One repelled the other with powerful magic, then fled through a portal.
A mage?
Most likely.
Yeah. What is the actual button to use that? I keep on opening up the little overlay
It's
there.
Ciri's companion and the one who wounded her.
How do you know?
I don't.
Huh?
Making an educated guess.
Yeah, how?
They both appeared in the previous visions.
Ciri's got a
where are you getting that
powerful
guess
ally.
from? Wait, did you say Ciri's friend was the one who hurt Ciri? I thought that's what I heard you say, but you might have said Ciri's friend was the one who took out the enemies?
The mage who was with Ciri fled too. Know where?
His trace path leads to Velen as well, but the target coordinates of his portal differ from those of Ciri's. The explosion must have disrupted his teleportation.
Ran into Kira Metz in
Right.
Velen.
That's what I'm thinking.
Coincidence maybe, but she claimed a mage came to her looking for Ciri. Be surprised if it wasn't the same
Exactly.
Whoever he is, he grows more interesting by the minute.
It is true. I am very intrigued by this person. We haven't heard much about him for a long time. Haven't heard basically anything about him since that quest with Kira. But certainly the plot thickens in that regard. So where did the attacker
Maybe
land?
something left of the one who got hit by the spell.
It's clearing up,
Ermion must be getting a handle on the weather.
which means he'll be free to attack us again.
Are you pleased with yourselves? Look at what you've brought
That
down
was
on
quick.
us.
I'll give you that.
We'll see what Croc has to
Oh
say
no,
about
it's
this.
raining. It's the worst thing that's ever happened. I mean, this is kind of true. But also he did agree to help us. Both of these things.
Sure as hell shouldn't be angry. He agreed to help us.
When he learns what's happened here,
Stop panicking! Here's your mask.
it is worthless. It's an unwieldy ashtray at best. I hope you've learned something useful at least.
Very.
I'm talking to Geralt. You I'll deal with later. So,
Huh? So we do appear to have learned something about Ciri. This much
We
is true.
think a powerful curse was cast here.
plausible. Considering what happened to the wood, do you know upon whom?
Not yet, but we know Ciri was here. She stepped out of a portal. A mage was with her.
And she was also
Someone
looking for a way
chased
to
them.
dispel a
They
curse.
fought. Ciri was wounded
In
but
Novigrad.
managed to escape.
Where to?
Velen, probably. The mage opened a portal for her, then he fought her attacker.
Yes.
Okay, fought her attacker.
Is that it?
Confirmed. We do have a little bit more ground to cover.
Got a feeling we found something interesting. Just need to examine one more thing.
He went flying in that direction.
Okay. Look for a body, you say? Ooh, that doesn't sound good. Doesn't sound good at all. So Ermion, I mean, his name is still showing up green as if he's a friend right now, but does seem like he could potentially
Something's
change
pinned
on
on
it.
that tree. Can you...
Like you read.
I can.
This is the button. No, that's the wrong. Oh, okay, that is the right button. I just had the wrong quest item there. Excuse me. Can you switch back to the Ouroboros? What the heck is happening? That doesn't look good. Is that you, Yen, who's doing that? What the heck? Uh-oh.
Armor's clean. No blood, no sword nicks. Ciri's friend must have... What do you call it?
Vaporized him.
Exquisite.
Oh.
The armor, though the workmanship's unfamiliar. Can't even tell where it's from.
Probably because it belonged to a rider of the Wild Hunt.
What?
Oh. That would explain a lot.
So it's true. The Wild Hunt. I feared as much. First here, then on Hindersfjall.
What?
What did they want?
Care to explain?
Looking for Ciri.
But why?
That seems like something, we only tell you on a need-to-know basis. So I'm not really sure I want to tell you the whole Elder Blood thing, especially when it's somewhat uncertain as to just how much we ought to trust you, even if you do have some ties to Ciri. Yeah, sure.
Elder blood flows in Ciri's veins.
Tis true, she can trace her lineage clear back to Lara Durham, which is why the women in her family have always had extraordinary abilities. But could that truly be so important?
Ciri's exceptional. She travels between places here and other worlds. Space is no obstacle for her.
Huh?
Which is why the Wild Hunt wants to capture her.
Yeah. Something like that.
Speaking of the hunt, mentioned it appeared on Hindersfjall.
Yeah, do tell.
Well, It happened at least a fortnight after the cataclysm struck here on Ardskellig. The raids raided Lofoten at dusk in a blizzard. Itself a strange occurrence for that time of year. The islanders said the wraiths. They barged into their huts, killed anyone who resisted, then galloped inland, laughing fiendishly.
Sounds like them.
Anyone survive?
A dozen or so women and an old man.
Next stop, Hindersfjall.
I'll meet you on the beach near Lofoten.
Okay. Or we could go right now. I mean, I have no idea where this place is. I'm trying to think of what we want to do and when. We still have several low-level quests here on Ardskellig that we could theoretically do immediately after we finish this stuff up. Might make sense to do that before we head over to wherever that place is, because they were kind of in either the middle of the island or up north where we started out, and I think we're only going to become increasingly over-leveled for them. The only reason we didn't do them right now is because they were kind of out of the way. So I think we pass on going there this instant, and we say we'll meet her on a later occasion.
See you there.
Good luck to you. Inform me once you've learned anything new.
Okay. New info on... Hello. Both Ciri and Yennefer. Experience, sure. We're also now in the middle of nowhere. Missing persons, is that the main quest now? Yeah, okay. So missing persons is meet Yennefer on Hindersfjall. Let's just check where that is. I'm assuming that's a totally different island. It is, okay. Yeah, and I don't think we've seen much of anything over here yet. I don't think so. So I'm thinking we probably do a lot more on Ardskellig before we head over there. Do the quests that were all in the middle here, and maybe this question mark, and then head up north, do some of these other question marks. I think there were some higher level types of things once we started getting lower and maybe further west that we might not yet want to do. So I don't think we necessarily need to 100% Ardskellig right now, but I still think that it might be worth doing a bit more here. We are kind of in the middle of nowhere right now, of course, so I wonder what the best place to go to next might be. And we still have this shopkeeper at the Druid's camp, which was maybe the person we were trying to speak to rather than Ermion when we first showed up there. I mean, if he has Gwent cards, then it's probably worth going over there and playing with Gwent. So I do wonder if there's anything else in this area. We put this away. Thank you. I mean, this is further toward the middle of nowhere right now. Those look like sirens, I think. I'm kind of curious. There are enough of them over there that could be a monster nest or something else. Let's check that out. Let's also save. Let's see what the deal is here. See what level they are and all that. Get Ard, well, let's put on a Quen. Get Ard ready. Then start picking fights. Assuming this is going to be something. Okay, there are way too many of them for them not to notice us. Okay, they're actually the stronger version of sirens, and they're level 19, which is a pretty good fit for us. I thought was supposed to kill me. When we knock you down and then hit you immediately afterward. Oh, there's another one flying directly above us. There we go. Well, maybe the additional Ard range could prove useful. We picked it up recently and we're saying, I don't know, maybe not a huge fan of it, but against enemies such as these, it could be worthwhile. We've yet to see any indication of what, if anything, is actually special about this area. Is it just a random place that happens to have these types of enemies, or is there something else going on here? Can you notice us, please? Senpai? What? I didn't say that. I saw you for a second there. Come on. Come on. I don't really want to go all the way out into the water just to pick a fight with you. Okay. One of you has noticed us, I think. Both of you have noticed us? Possibly? Yes, you have. That much is true. Oh, y'all don't have Ard back yet. That was just timing. That was Arding the one that was already down. Hello, amigo. There we go. Okay, well, we've taken them out, yes. And gotten some somewhat interesting crafting items out of them, yes, but I was kind of hoping we'd find something else. Something of note about them. Definitely more, yeah, over here. More loot, that is.